I would argue this is the biggest news, maybe the second biggest news, because it piggybacks off of Corbin Burns being traded. John Angelos, I don't know how they worked stuff out with his brother. I still have no idea what happened there. But John Angelos has agreed to sell the Orioles, which is fabulous. They are selling this, like, we should pause for a round of applause because that's such a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
They are selling to a private equity firm, and that private equity firm involves Cal Ripkin Jr.
It's amazing.
And I think he's on the lower rung of like the investor group.
Because that's the thing that's funny is that like we look at professional athletes like, man, these guys are so rich. But as far as like celebritydom goes, they're the poor guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like musicians, actors, producers, like all those guys are way more rich. Like when like talking about A-Rod when he was gonna buy into the Mets, he was with J-Lo and like a bunch of other people, and he was like the poor guy in the group. Even though over the course of his playing career and his post-playing career, that dude is worth probably close to $1 billion.
For sure.
Right? But that's not going to get you into the door to buy a major league team, because not only will that take all your money, it's not enough money.
No, it's not enough money. Yeah.
That's the thing that's crazy.
Anyway,
so Cal Ripken is part of the group, but yeah, you're right. He's got to be one of the lower rungs on the
It is, and it's a nod to the legacy and to the fan base, and it's press, or it's a PR move, and it's but it's still awesome because that does all of that to say it doesn't take anything away from the influence he is going to have, that because they're going to trust him. I hope and pray they're going to trust him. So this happens. This is where it all ties together. This happens like hours, literally hours, or a day and a half or whatever before the Corbin Burns trade takes place.
Mm-hmm.
The team is sold. Boom, we get our ace, right? Like that's how it happened. Bam, bam.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You know what though? Like you say that you hope that the Cal Ripken influence will be felt in the front office and everything. That's what we hoped with Jeter too.
You're right.
Is that we hoped that he was going to come in and really turn things around for the Marlins. And yes, they've been better, but the people who have made them better are no longer with that team.
Correct.
He is not. Kim is not.
Nope. And that's problematic.
Yeah. So I do think though that these people who obviously, like you said, within hours of making that deal or selling the team, they go and make the Corbin Burns deal. I think that, fingers crossed, will be indicative of this team being all in on this young core that can win for many, many years.
They absolutely could. So a couple of details here. The sale is estimated at $1.725 billion with a B. The Marlins sold in 2017 for $1.2 billion with a B. And the Dodgers, most people forgot, sold in 2012. It wasn't that long ago, for $2 billion, again with a B.
And that was a gross overpay at the time too, the $2 billion.
It was.
And so it's interesting seeing the value of major league teams. That the Dodgers, one of the top 3 brands in Major League Baseball, going for $2 billion 12 years ago, and now you've got the Orioles in. I don't know if it's a big market or a small market, but you could call it a big small market,
or a small big market,
or a small big market. Yeah, just because it's a highly populated area.
It's schmedium.
There you go.
Extra
and
medium.
They're with the Nats, like that's a big thing, is that they're sharing with the Nats.
Yeah.
But the fact that it went for $1.72 billion is pretty good for baseball.
I agree.